Let's go.
Just
ringing at some point. There we go. We are ringing. Dyllon, where are you? There he is.
Good morning, Squire. How's you?
I'm pretty good. I'm just pressing down on my cafetiere, my coffee for this little session. Have you got your coffee with you?
Yeah, already made.
Already made. Is that why you were so late?
In a mug. What way are you doing this cafetiere? Oh, you pressed it the whole way down.
Yeah. I've already pressed it. I'm pouring.
Interesting. Now. I mean, you said cafetiere, didn't call it a French press, but you pressed it.
Isn't it? Oh, is it? I thought it was a cafetiere. Is that a thing?
It's both.
What does French press mean? Cafetiere.
So you can pour one of those without pressing it.
Why would you do that?
Because technically you pour the coffee in, right? Stir it. And then you let the coffee merge with the water.
Right.
And then the coffee settles to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you press it, you upset the coffee again, and you send it all back into this ream of coffee grinds floating all over the show. And then some of those coffee grinds get through the filter, and then when you pour it out, because when you finish that cup, there's always a little bit of shit at the bottom, isn't there?
Yeah.
So if you don't press it, and you just pour it, and you use the filter as a filter, you don't get all those grinds at the bottom.
Oh, okay, there we go. Well, I'll do that next time.
Just a little cheat. Honestly,
though, me. I mean, you're a professional though. I'm just a coffee drinker.
It doesn't really make a difference in the bigger picture, but it's just one of those fun snobby things I like to say to people when they press. It's just fun when someone presses it and you go, "Ooh, press that, did you? Wouldn't have done that, buddy."
Yeah. Oh, that's like those, the passive aggressive things your like mother-in-law or father-in-law says to you, like, when you're cooking or something, go, "I wouldn't put carrots in that."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Are you telling me not to put carrots in it?"
Yeah, no.
Is that because that's what you're saying, really, isn't it? No, you go ahead. You do what you do, you. You know.
You do you. You do you. That's a saying we've. That's become quite a popular thing, isn't it? You do you.
Yeah, my friend Steve does that a lot.
Does himself or says you do you?
He says you do you a lot. When basically he disagrees with something you do, he goes, "Yeah, you do you."
Yeah.
Basically, you're an asshole. Well, there we go. Oh, well, I think we should start off by saying happy birthday to Pamela.
Yes.
Is it her birthday today, which for our listeners will be yesterday, right?
Yes. So anyone listening, so this is kind of my bad. I decided to date all the things by the day we release them, not the day we record them. So today you're listening to it, it's Sunday, but it's actually in real life Saturday. But hey, what's a day anymore? Yeah.
I've noticed that last night. It got to about 11 o'clock and I was playing PlayStation and Yasmin was coming to bed and I was like, "Why?" She goes, "Well, it's time to go to bed." And I'm like, time doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
It could be day, it could be night. Who cares?
Fuck it.
There is absolutely no schedule for anything anymore.
No.
It doesn't matter.
You can edit when you want, send emails when you want. I mean, nothing's clocks. I actually just put my watches in my top drawers. Well, they can just go in there for a month.
Yeah.
See you in May.
Yeah. Nuts. Wow, it is time, is it? Time has just disappeared.
Yeah.
Or we've gained more. Have we gained more time or have we lost time?
I don't know.
Time is a construct that humans made up anyway. It's not even relevant,
Pamela and I just literally had a whole we'll call it a discussion. It was a heated discussion. Just about, long story short, we've had a bunch of wood clippity clip things for doing your floor. And as you know, I do a bit of construction work.
Yeah. I'm waiting for your YouTube channel to start on that, being you're a pro and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I knocked one wall through, so I should really be doing tutorials online as to how to knock a wall through. So after I smashed the wall through and then learned to plaster, which looks amazing from a certain angle, I'm gonna do the floor again in our living room and hallway, and it's just one of those. What are they called? Laminate floors? You already clip them all in yourself? I've done it before.
Yeah, I know what they mean. Yeah, so I've done that as well.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. So I'm going to do the whole living room thing and match it. It's going to look pretty slick when it's finished.
I will say, though, you might want to get some of those knee pads. Now that you're an older man, and I know you were saying the other day that your eyes are going, and you like all the black wine gums.
Ears, by the way, not eyes.
Oh, it's my eyes are going, your ears are going. Jesus. And my memory's going, apparently. So... Yeah, get some of those knee pads, because I did a whole floor with my granddad about 8 years ago doing that, and my knees were killing at the end of that.
Yeah.
Just saying. Get those knee pads in. Because you spend a lot of time on your knees.
You do, yeah.
Well, I know you do. Well, I know you do anyway, but yeah. Stony
it's
silence
funny.
there.
I'm silent. It's funny because I'm silent laughing, and because when I watch these back, I'm like, oh, is that what he was doing when I was saying this? Because I was silent laughing at it. But the knee thing, I've actually said to my wife a few times, like, my knees feel like they're made of glass. Because if I bang them now, I'm like, fucking no, thank you.
Do they squeak?
Well,
I've had squeaky knees. They click. And clicky knees.
Well, here, Cody Warner's latest Instagram story of him doing push-ups. Just listen to his body clicking the whole time. I messaged him. I was like, are those your bones creaking? He's like, yep. And they're like,
yeah, I heard that as well. And I was like, is that something? Is that his kids playing in the background or something? Or is that actually his body just going, I'm fucking old?
Yeah.
Get over it.
Just like a robot doing press-ups. And that's how I feel. Like, so, kneeling down. Because, like, my kids will be like, oh, Dad, can we sit on your back? And you can be a horse. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that for about 20 seconds. And then I look at the ground and I'm like, is this just inside my house, or are we outside on fucking torn up concrete? Because my knees are in bits. So I can't be doing that. But I said to Pamela, we're talking about this floor going down. Yeah. And she was like, right, next week we'll just do all the stuff inside the house that needs done. And I looked at her like, no thanks. And she was like, what? And then we end up in this like heated debate all the time about like this like you saying a construct of time and like my like ability to do things. Like, I always look at stuff that I want to do very differently to things I need to do. So I'm like very, very, very functional. And I said to her, look, that's on the list of stuff that needs to be done. And I'll do it when my brain wants to do it. But right now,
when I'm dead, we'll do that when I'm dead.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll do that when I want to do it. I'll wait for my brain to go. Like yesterday, I built these steps. So I got really annoyed because we've got a decking come out of our back kitchen door. You've seen it. There's a wooden decking.
I've seen your decking.
Yeah. We're not going there. And then there's obviously we've got a grass bit. But to get to our garage, there were these stepping stones across the grass, and Pamela decided we'll just remove the stepping stones because what's the need for them? And I'm like, well, to step on. Because it looks so pretty without steps. So she insisted that I removed stepping stones to the garage. So we've only got one line that goes to the other end of the garden. So now when you walk to the garage, you have to trudge through wet grass and mud.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, it's great. Especially when you forget that it's wet because it looks dry outside, because this is Northern Ireland where the ground never dries. And you walk out in a pair of like bare feet or socks.
Yeah, I bet your kitchen floor now looks really pretty.
Yeah, it does. And you know what else is great is Pamela decided she's had enough of the mat when you come in. So she's just fucking throwing that out onto the decking. So now when you walk back in, there's nowhere to clean your feet. So you walk back in and then you're like, well, there's no option here. So you just walk. And then she goes, you've just put muddy footprints on that floor. I'm like, yep. Yeah. Because you fucked the mat outside. There's nothing
no stepping stones.
And there's no stepping stones. So literally, you created all these problems. So I lost the plot one day, and there's like a side access point to our garage from the decking, but there's a rail. So I just lost the plot one day and just attacked it with a saw and a sledgehammer and smashed the side of the railing down. And I was like, new access point to the garage. Straight line from the kitchen down the side of the garage. But of course, you had to jump off the decking, so it's been like a 2-foot drop. So yesterday, I was like, today I build a step. Dude, half an hour. Took me half an hour. Sawed up some wood. Did you build it
from scratch? Build it from scratch?
Yeah, I'll stick it on my Instagram today, so you can go and have a look.
I was going to say what we could do. Actually, no, let's not do that. I was going to say we could put it on the screen right now, but then I'd have to find this point in the video, and it's like, yeah, we ain't got time for that. Just shove it on your Instagram.
Well, it's 10 minutes in.
Is it 10 minutes in?
Yeah. Have a look at this photo. Put it on the screen now.
Have you all seen that?
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So I built that. Good, man. And like, I literally built it with no plan. I was just like, what does a step need to do? I mean, look, it's really basic. It's like 4 bits of wood. But the thing was, I was in the frame of mind that I wanted to do it. And I was like, that's why I got done, because I wanted to do it. Whereas,
here's a question.
So I'll do the floor when I want to do it.
So here's the question. Do you go it's like almost like an immediate decision.
Yes.
So you're like, I get up in the morning and you're like, I'm going to build some steps today. Yeah. And then that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not like, let's schedule in time to build the steps on Friday morning.
Absolutely not.
Or whenever it is.
No.
So you're very impulsive. And would you say Pamela is very, is she impulsive or does she like going, we have to organize everything? Because Yasmin is like military. We have to do everything at a certain time. Jesus.
I don't know.
If I'm not ready for dinner in 5 minutes, there's hell to pay.
I think Pamela's a little bit of both. I think naturally Pamela would be very organized. But because...
Are we in unnatural situations?
Well, because no, I think like her naturally, like when we met, she used to work a lot and she was very like work driven and very organized like that. But I'm very through other. So I think I've rubbed off on her. Again,
don't need to know.
Well, I mean with the impulsiveness.
You impulsively rubbed off on her.
Yeah. So I think
it is her birthday, I guess.
I think she's a bit like me because she also does have an impulsive side to her. But I think her problem is her impulsive decisions. Like, this is weird. She'll be impulsive and then schedule, whereas I just act. I'm just like, today we fucking build, and we do. And it's like the same as like I guess it's why Instagram stories work so well for me, because I'll just drop everything I'm doing at that very moment in time and just commit wholeheartedly for half an hour to make it some sort of over-the-top Instagram story. And it can happen like mid-conversation. And I'm just walk off. So, yeah, I'm trying to explain that to her, where she's like trying to tell me like, next week we're going to do the floor. And for me, it's like, so then I have to wait for the next couple of days until next week where I know I have to do a thing that I don't want to do. Or I would rather just get up on Tuesday and go, do you know what? Floor's being done today. Just push everything out of the living room. End of Tuesday, guess what'll be done? Floor's done. So it's it's always a heated debate.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. That's that's that then.
That's where we get to. So yeah. Ooh. On a different note, I'm wearing this T-shirt. Right? I mean, you can look at it.
It's grey. It's nice.
It's grey.
Grey. Right? That's what I thought it was. I thought it was grey.
But it's not ironed, and all I can see in the blooming monitor is just the wrinkles on it. Because, well, why iron it today? It doesn't matter. Pamela
I'm still in my pajamas.
Pamela was like, you've been wearing the same T-shirt for 3 days. And I was like, yep. She goes, but you slept in it, one-wheeled in it, gone to the beach in it. I was like, yep. And what?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I put some deodorant on.
Yasmin hates that when I wear a T-shirt and then I sleep in it. Because to me, it's like, well, that's a full 18 hours worth of one item of clothing.
Yeah.
She's not okay with that.
So are you a shower before bed or shower in the morning person?
I am a shower in the morning person, but like if I've been to the gym in the evening, I'll come back and have a shower before I get into bed. But then I probably won't have one in the morning.
Yeah. Because I'm a shower in the morning person as well. Same as you. Like if I've done exercise and I'm sweaty or smell bad, which isn't often, then I'll shower before bed. But my dad is like, he's military, shower before bed. Like the dude won't go near his bed, even if it was like if he got back from the pub and he'd been drinking, which he doesn't ever do. But if we'd been out somewhere for like a party or something, say I'd gone to the pub with my dad, and we got back at like 12 and he'd had a couple of drinks, he would still shower before getting into bed because he's that anal about it. So like when
does he shower when he gets up in the morning?
No, he wouldn't shower in the morning. He's a shower. He just will not. He hates getting into bed like without having showered. He's really sort of weird about that. Which is funny because my mom would be the polar opposite. So I'm like, everything you stand for, she's fucked on the other side of the bed. So like when we were kids, we would just used to come and lie on his bed and talk to my mom, and he'd be like, "Get off the bed." You could see his eyes like just twitching. You know, he's like, "Get off my bed. No one's showered. Don't lie in my bed until you've showered." Whereas like Pamela and I are just like, "Fuck it, get into bed, shower in the morning," sort of thing.
Wow. So there you go. There we go. Well, that's where we are.
So on this iron T-shirt thing, all right?
Yeah.
I seen this quote recently, and I was like, genius. And it was one of the things that you love more than anything in the world.
What is what?
Memes.
Oh fucking hell.
Loves a meme. Ryan say.
I left a WhatsApp group the other day.
Did you?
Because of that.
Just because someone memed you.
No. It was a group set up because on our road. And they were like, "Oh, can we set up a WhatsApp group, in case anyone needs anything, anyone needs any help, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, that's great, because there's a few people on the road that are quite old, can't, they don't have WhatsApp, and it's really good to kind of find out who's doing what and if anyone needs help,
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, that's great, I'll be part of that. I'd love to help. And then it just went fucking memes after meme after meme. I'm like, I don't fucking need this shit. Every bing 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 bing. So first I muted it, and then I'd wake up the next morning and there's about 20 memes of this just fucking shit to do with coronavirus.
Yeah.
And I went, it was funny because I went, because I sent to Yasmin, can I leave the group? Because I don't want to feel like I'm being an asshole for leaving the group. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't have time for this. It's like, I want a group where someone needs help, I'll help them. I don't need to see all this shit.
Yeah.
So in the end, I ended up leaving the group. And then Yasmin said, after I left the group, about 5 or 10 other people had as well. So it was obviously, it was the domino effect. Like, people are like, I can't be bothered with this shit. Yeah. And so I think, fight the power and help no one.
But that is the problem. Like, everyone just starts fucking WhatsApp groups now. Like,
God.
I'm like, Pamela's cousin's getting married later in the year, and obviously all the shit that's going on is affecting the date. And I just got this notification: so and so has added you to a WhatsApp group, and I was like, oh, for the love of Christ, what is this about now? And it was like, hey guys, issues with the date, yada yada yada. This is another date that might work. Can you just pop it in your diary? And it was for next April, right, 2021. And I'm like, bro, no one should have a problem with that date. It's fucking year.
What date is that?
Away. Next April, like 2021.
21st? Oh yeah, I can't do that day. Just saying.
That's why you're not in the group. But they were like, they did the day, and I was like, cool. Then people wrote, brilliant, thanks for the update. And that was cool, right? Fine. Everyone, thanks for the update. Yeah. And I was doing something when I got added to it, so I was like, I'll respond to that later. Thanks for the update. Ding. Thanks for the update. Ding. Yeah, cool. That date suits. Ding. And then people started being funny. Oh, that doesn't suit me. Lol. Fuck up, Stephen. And then there was like, why don't we do both dates? And then everyone was having this bit of banter, and then she was replying, and it was back and forth. If she's listening to this is why I left. So basically, it was just like, and all I heard was bing, ding, ding, bing, ding, bing, ding, 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 for like fucking an eternity.
Yeah.
And I picked.
Who was the first person to send a meme?
I know there was no meme, and it was. Now I gathered there was a lot of middle-aged people in it. There was a lot of middle-aged banter. Do you know that? Do you know what I mean? That banter where you're just like that. It's like they're
Generation X banter.
Yeah, they're just stoked that they've sent an emoji, and I'm like, I just use. Oh, someone's ringing me. I'll use a. I was just gonna message you. Hold on a second.
Is it from a WhatsApp group sending you a meme?
No,
I hope so.
It's actually just give me.
Is it your mum?
15, and I'll call back.
Who's this?
It's actually a client of mine.
Oh really? Is he? Yeah. Does he see that you're doing the podcast and go, "Where's my work?" You're spending all this time doing podcasts. Can you just finish that edit, please? And it's like, tell you what, no.
You assumed it was a guy.
Did I?
Yeah, it's not though. But anyway, that's not important. Where was I? WhatsApp group. I had to reply that. But anyway, so there, ding, 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 and there's a lot of that middle-aged banter going. Oh, don't know if I can make that date. Maybe I've got something better to do. And you're like, you fucking haven't, son. Write the date in your diary. Right? And then eventually I just picked up. I was like, oh, fuck this. Dylan has left the group. Didn't even reply. I was like, I get it. I'd like, tell me closer to the date. Tell me when it's cancelled. Dylan has left the group. And I'm just like, I always laugh so hard when that happens. Do you know when a shit ton of people get added to a group and then you're replying to it? Because I've been on the other end. And then you just see someone that's left the group who is not even engaged. And I'm like, God, they must have got fucked off. That was me yesterday. No thanks. Don't need this group.
Yeah.
Because I'm already part of 6,000 WhatsApp groups. And a lot of them are like sometimes it's the same person in multiple groups. But then what drives me berserk is I don't really give my mobile number out. Especially for work stuff. I try to do stuff by email, and I'll give you my number if you're a regular client or I work with you. But then like someone will be like, hey, I've got this client that needs this thing done, and you're like, sick man, put them in contact, drop me an email, and then the next thing you get is a WhatsApp conversation. Hey, I've just added you to this WhatsApp group. Gary, meet Dylan. Dylan, meet Gary. And I'm like, motherfucker, now Gary's gonna WhatsApp me every day. And
you know what that is like as well? It's like when you get CC'd on an email. I fucking hate being CC'd. Just FYI. It's like either email me or don't.
I don't mind being CC'd if I need to be CC'd. Like if it actually is an like I do actually need to know the information. But what drives me mad? When does that
really happen?
Oh, it happens to me a lot. But this is the thing. It's email decorum. People don't have any idea. Like understanding what a CC means and what a BCC means is so important, because for me, unless I am put on the primary address line, I need not respond. So if someone emails and goes, boom, CC Dylan into that, I can just read it and go, cool. But then people reply back going, Dylan, thoughts? I'm like, here's a thought.
You didn't email me.
You didn't fucking email me. I'm on CC. Therefore, I refuse to reply. If you want a response from me, stick me on a primary thing, because so I'll be like, hi, I'll email Gary and I'll CC, some other one else in it. Bang. It's like, that's just for their reference, so they know that I'm talking to them, or they know it's been dealt with. And when someone emails me, and there's people CC'd in, they're like, Dylan, they want a response, I will often remove the CCs in my reply. Because I'm like, this dude doesn't need bombarded with this bullshit for me. Maybe the first reply, someone's like, Dylan, are you doing this? Yeah, I'm on it. Cool. That guy now knows. Then every other piece of correspondence on that email thread, I remove the CC. And like, oh man, Scott, I could write.
You're pretty militant about it, aren't you?
Dude,
I can hear the tone in your voice. This is proper anger right here.
I could write a fucking book on email decorum. Email decorum pisses me off. Like, this is another thing that drives me fucking berserk. Is someone emails you, all right, and they'll be like, help with a video, all right, and I'm like, and they're like, hi, what? Dylan. Someone will email like, help with a video, and that's like
that's in the subject.
That's your subject title, and then and they'll be like, hi, Dylan, I'm this person, I work here. Someone put us in contact with you. We really love you to help us create this video. Is this something you can help with? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Thanks for your email. Yada yada yada. We can definitely talk about this. Do you want us? And then I'll like fire over my thing that I call an assumption list, or like a checklist. Some questions so they can feedback, so I have an idea. Because what I try to avoid is, can we meet for a coffee? Because I used to do that, and now I'm like, there's no time in the world for that, except now.
And you're not allowed out anyway.
Oh yeah, we could do Zoom chats. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Could you answer these questions, and I'll come back to you with a quote within 48 hours. They're like, no problem. They answer the questions. Then I start a new email to them, called with their title and the quote with my fucking quote number.
Yeah. And
I'll give them the quote, and it'll be like, Dylan Video Production, such and such business, quote 0426, right? So that when that quote will become my invoice number if the job proceeds, so that all you need to do in later life is, if you're looking for that shit, you reference the fucking quote number. But what people do is they read it, and then they just, for some reason, reply back to their original email. It's like they've read it on their phone, and then they've just gone, fuck Dylan. And they just typed, and the first reply back to their original one, hi Dylan, thanks for the quote, blah, 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 love that, love this. And I'm like, why the fuck have you replied to this email? I started a proper email thread that was organized with and I don't mind if you want to start your email thread and have a decent subject title, but when people are just like getting in touch or help as their subject title, because I'm real anal about subject titles. I'm like, a subject title is there to categorize an email in your email thread, so you can just search invoice 0426, bang, everything that comes up in relation. Oh dude, I swear to God, there's times where I just want to pay people a personal visit and go, I'm schooling you today on your email, because that is atrocious.
That is how I like to do, like, especially when you're doing client work. It's like you have the original conversation of like, oh, this is what we want, and then you go to the next level, like, okay, I need these assets, so it should be assets needed for job, or job number, whatever. Totally. And then that should be all to do with like, oh, I'm going to send you this WeTransfer, that whatever. That's how it works. And then there'll be another separate email for billing. Yeah. And then what you can do is, because now you get confused, because it's like, well, are we talking about this chat here or this chat here? Where are those files that you sent me? I can't, and then the whole email thing is just, I find it very confusing unless it's actually categorized properly. And then when you're CC'd into lots of these things that you don't really need to know about, but then it turns out actually they did want you to know about it, you've kind of ignored it because you didn't need to reply, and then like, well, like you said, why haven't you replied? It's like, well, because you didn't email me. But even that email that I didn't email you for wasn't referencing what we should actually be talking about at this present moment.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Oh dude, it's so stressful, and it comes down to that same thing, like when someone just starts a new email random, like when you're talking about quote 0426 and then someone just starts a new email and it's like, quick question, that quote you sent over, and they ask a question. I'm like, why the fuck is this not into the thread? Why is this its own email? And then when I don't know about you, but when I email someone, I don't email the same way I WhatsApp. If I WhatsApp you, I just literally, it just rolls as I type, hey Ryan, send. What are you doing today? Send. Look at this meme. Send. Fucking, have you got that thing done? Send. Where in an email, I'll be like, what do I need to say to this person? What's this about? Give it a subject line, and I'll write everything in one email, and I'll bullet point, and if there's multiple things I need questions on, I'll number shit, and I'll be like, look forward to hearing back. And if someone sends me an email like that, I reply their email, and I put the answer below each one in a different color.
Oh yeah,
or I'll just number it here, and I'll number it back. But when people email going, hey, just wondering, did you get that file? Send. And then I'm like, yeah, I did, just the one. And they write back, oh no, I sent you 2 different links. And I'm like, why are we emailing? Why are we doing this through email? So this is why I've stopped answering emails just generally. So and it has taken a little while, and sometimes people get a bit annoyed with it, but email's a huge waste of time unless people structure it right. So I have just started not answering emails during the day. So I'll be like, I'll check my emails at 9 and I'll check my emails at 4. Because if it's 4, that gives me enough time to fix any urgent things before the work day is finished. I'm using little yolks for work day.
Oh, hang on. There's a problem.
What?
My card's about to run out.
On what?
It's gone. It's gone.
We're back, guys. Okay. What's happening? Ryan.
Okay. Sorry. I did a real basic schoolboy error there. I didn't format my card before doing a job.
What a nerd. So, anyway, I can't remember what we were talking about. Just people...
you were boring everyone with your email decorum.
Yeah. So if you got bad email decorum, don't email me. Yeah, I don't check emails now during the day, and it makes a huge difference, because otherwise there's like that, you'll check your email at because I also think this fucking whole episode is going to be called email. Email for me is also not super urgent. If you email me, if I email anyone, I don't expect an immediate response. After 48 hours, I'll follow up. But generally, if you send an email, give it 48 hours for a response. Where if it's super urgent, you have my number. And if you don't have my number, it's not urgent enough yet. So you'll have my number if we're currently working. But people who are just like, can I get a quote on this? And then they'll email you back 12 hours later, just following up on this quote. And I'm like, I've been fucking out in a shoot today, bro. I've been doing stuff. If you need a quote and you need a quote within 12 fucking hours, that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah.
You've the problem is, I think people get and I know because I've worked on the other side of it, where you have a question and you've left shit to the last minute, and then you're like, oh fuck, I didn't get a quote from that guy. Bang, can you give me a quote on this, please? And then they haven't replied back. You're like, oh, I need this quote. You should have sent us the quote last week when you first thought you needed it, rather than leaving it to the last minute. And I think it's just because I'm like that with other things. Where I'll just be like classic example, my oven, half my oven's broken and has been broken for a few weeks, and I'm like, should just get that fixed. But what'll happen is the top half of that oven will break, and then I'll be like, oh, I need it fixed. Then I'll be ringing a dude going, can you do it now? And he'll be like, no, bro, you should have emailed me 3 weeks ago when it fucking broke in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you see, even doing that, because our shower is a bit. Did we speak about this the other day? Anyway, our shower's a bit off. And I phoned a week ago to get it fixed, and they said, we haven't got anything until April the 2nd. And I'm like, that's 3 weeks away. But so it doesn't really matter. It's when you do it,
but did you ask for it? Did you book it?
Yeah, I booked it, so now we're still waiting.
So what I do in a situation like this is just go, fuck that then. Phone down. And then 3 weeks later, I'm like, shower's not fixed. And if I had booked it, the guy would be here now fixing it. Instead, I'm just washing myself with a bucket.
It's when they say it's 3 weeks away, I'm like, could I do this myself?
Yeah.
And because they sent the part, I've received the part in the mail the next day. So I'm great because they've sent me the part for the guy to come and put it and fix it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I could probably Google this.
What sort of shower is it? I've probably got a tutorial on my channel about it.
I was going to say, you are the Tim Allen of the 21st century, aren't you? Mr. Home Improvement.
Yeah, But I fixed my electric shower.
Yeah.
The whole heating element broke, and I just took the electric bit apart, just did some electronics, That's not what it's called.
I'll be honest, I would fix it if this were my house, but I'm renting. Yeah. So I don't want to get in that situation where I try and fix it, I fuck it completely, and then the landlord goes, oh, well, you shouldn't have done it yourself.
Yeah, and then you have to request to get back into the WhatsApp group to say, does anyone know how to fix a shower? Because I fucked it. And they're like, no, Ryan, you left the WhatsApp group, do one.
No, but then what I'd have to do as well is I'd try and fix it, and then I'd screw it up. Mm-hmm. And then when they come and say, oh, look, this is like a lot worse than you said it was on the phone, I'm like, yeah. Don't know what happened over the last few weeks. It's like it's almost like someone's tried to change this part themselves. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking weird, isn't it? It's like, and even this new part you've got here looks like it's been tried to be put in. And I'm like, yeah, it's weird. They must have sent me a dodgy one or something, second hand. I don't know.
How come this nut's all ringed off? Fuck knows. Don't know. It looks like someone's taken a pair of pliers to a nut when they should have used a spanner. I know. There it's you weird. Are.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. I was thinking that, and I was like, but that's why I called you guys, because I thought you could explain these weird things that are going on. I mean, it could be coronavirus. Who knows?
I've just emailed the company. Subject title: Need help? ? Hi.
Oh no question mark. Hi.
Exclamation
send.
mark. Yeah. 3 dots.
Been sent this part. No part number.
Yeah.
Send.
Yeah.
Can you help? Send. Many thanks, Ryan. Send. P.S. Here's the part number. Separate email.
And
I'll BCC Dillon.
You CC the plumber.
Do I need to know
all of this? What the fuck's this shit? Don't worry about it. You're BCC'd in. No one knows you're there.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Anyway,
on that note, I think we can probably leave this. We'll
just close it on this. Just to bring it back around to the meme I was talking about earlier on with the iron shirt. Read this meme and it said, if we all, as a species, decided that unironed t-shirts were okay, how much easier would life be?
Well, it would be very easy.
Yeah, because it's like, if we all just went, do you know what? It's okay to have unironed clothes.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of already there.
I know I am, but there's times where I'm like this t-shirt, look at it. See what I'm saying? Like, it's doable, but like right now you can see the crinkles. And I would probably run this.
Is it just that one crinkle that ruins it for everyone, isn't it?
Well, no,
generally the rest of it's
fucking
fine.
Tons of it on this one. But like, I would swear this now. But if I was going out like to work on a job or something, I'd be like, I need to iron that. We only iron it because someone else goes, your shirt isn't ironed. But if we all just went, do you know what? Unironed stuff, it's fine. That's all right. We could all throw our irons in the bin and never worry about that shit ever again because it's a waste of everyone's time. Anyway, are we done?
I think we're done. Let's just call it on that, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take it easy. Peace out.
See ya.